Hi, I am Christian Pasha Baking, and today I am going to report about the origin of mathematical numbers and symbols. Number. A number is a mathematical object used to count, measure, and label. The original example are the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Numbers can be represented in language with number words. More universally, individual number can be represented by symbols called numerals. For example, number 5 is a numeral that represents the number 5. So let's have another example. The number 1 is represented by the numeral number 1. The number 2 is represented by the numeral number 2. The number 3 is represented by the numeral number 3. Number 4 is represented by the numeral number 4. Number 6 is represented by numeral number 6. Number 7 is represented by numeral number 7, and so on and so forth. As only a relative small numbers of symbols can be memorized, basic numerals are commonly organized in a numeral system, which is an organized way to represent any number. The most commonly numeral system is the Hindu-Arabic numeral system, which allows for the representation of any numbers using a combination of 10 fundamental numeric symbols called digits. These digits are the digit number 1, number 2, number 3, digit number 4, digit number 5, digit number 6, digit number 7, digit number 8, digit number 9, and digit number 0. When we combine some of these numbers, we can create a bigger amount of number. Let's say number 10. Number 10 is a combination of a number 1 and 0. Number 10. Number 22 is a combination of two number 2. Like this. This is number 22. Let's say we have 343. 343 is a combination of number 3, number 4, number 3. 343. So when we combine some of these numbers, we can create a bigger amount of numbers. In addition to their use in counting and measuring, numerals are often used for labels, such as when we buy some goods or some products, there are labels in this product which are numbers, or in the barcode, we use numbers. For ordering, we use this for ordering when we say the quantity. Let's say, let's have 2 pieces of chicken, 3 pieces of chicken, 3 pieces of big meals, 3 pieces of lasagna. And for codes, we use these codes to make apps, to make website, and we use this to create codes. In the barcodes, we use numbers. The common usage, a numeral is not clearly distinguished from the number that it represents. First use of numbers. Bones and other artifacts have been discovered with marks cut into them that many believe are tally marks. So these tally marks were discovered in the bones, or maybe the bones of animals. These bones, they use these bones and as the paper. So they write or they scratch the bones and they use tally marks to count the elapsed time, the number of days, the lunar cycles, and keep records of any quantities that they want to record. So our ancestor using tally marks as their numerals or numbers. So a tallying system has the concept of base value as in a modern decimal notation, which limits its representation of large numbers. So in large number, we cannot use, or we can use tally numbers, but we cannot easily use these tally numbers because such big numbers, it is not enough for us to use tally numbers. So when we say 100, are we going to use tally marks to represent 100? No, but in the modern world, maybe our ancestors use tally marks, but for today or in the modern time, we use digits. Like let's say 100, we have 1, 0, 0. It is easy for us to use these digits. Nonetheless, tallying systems are considered the first kind of abstract numeral system. Origin of mathematical numbers. Numbers should be distinguished from numerals, the symbol used to represent numbers. So we have numerals and digits that represents the numbers. The Egyptian invented the first ciphered numeral system, and the Greeks followed by mapping their counting numbers onto Ionian and Doric alphabets. Roman numerals, a system that used combination of letters from the Roman alphabet, remained dominant in Europe until the spread of the superior Hindu-Arabic numeral system around the late 14th century. The Hindu-Arabic numeral system is the digit 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. But the Roman numerals are the letters. We use I, for example, we use letter I, we use letter V, and we use letter X. For number 1, we use 1I. For number 2, we use 2I. For number 3, we use 3I. And for number 4, we use 1I and 1V. The next is number 5. We use letter V. The next one will be number 6 is letter V plus 1I. This is the number 6. The number 7 is letter V and 2I. Number 7. The next is number 8, which is letter V and 3I. For number 9, we use 1I and X. And for number 10, we use X. So moving on. Until today, Hindu-Arabic numeral system remains the most common system for representing numbers in the world. So these are the Egyptian hieratic numerals. These are the examples of Egyptian hieratic numerals. And we have also other examples of numerals they used in the ancient time. So let's move on in the mathematical symbol. Mathematical symbol is a conventional sign used for the written notation of mathematical notions and reasonings. For example, the notion the square root of the number equal to the ratio of the length of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. It is denoted briefly by pi, or the square root, while the statement the ratio of the length of the circumference of the circle to its diameter is greater than 3 and 10/71 and less than 3 and 1/7 is written as 3 plus 10/71 is less than the pi, less than 3 plus 1/7. So this is the symbol pi. And we have this symbol for square root. Square root. This is the symbol for square root. The first mathematical symbol were signs for the deposition of numbers ciphers, the appearance of which apparently preceded the introduction of written language. The most ancient system of the numbering, the Babylonian and the Egyptian, date back to around 3500 BC. So these are the other symbols we use in mathematics. We have the asterisk, the bracket, the asterisk, the bracket, the caret, the equality, which are equal, the not equality or not equal, approximately equal, the less than, the greater than symbol, the parenthesis, the open and closed parenthesis, the addition sign, the subtraction sign, the division sign. We have the square root, the cube root, the pi symbol, the exclamation mark, the division slash, the semicolon, the percentage, the ampersand, the infinity, and the dollar sign. Next, we have these different, we also have these different symbols. We are familiar with this, the line AB, which represents the line in a specific shape or angle, the ray AB or the segment AB. We have the right angle, the angle, the sum of braces or for groupings, the brackets, and the parentheses for groupings.